So today I'm reviewing the Tailfin AeroPack, which I used for the entirety of the GDMBR in 2023. So here it is. I have the Tailfin AeroPack 20 litre bag. I went with the aluminium version. You can get a carbon one, but apparently it's not as strong. That's according to the company itself, and it's more expensive, so you know, I'm not crazy. Aluminium's fine for me. These are the 10 litre Panniers. These clip on and off as they do with all the AeroPacks. I've also got these 5 litre ones. These can be mounted on there. I've got them because I can put them on this rack on the front. It's little adapters which allow you to put them on different sized frames and racks and whatever you like, really. So I like that, and it comes with those, which is nice. It's not an extra. I've also gone with the extended seat post adapter because I didn't have a lot of room here, and I went with a light mount as well. I'm mentioning all these things. You may say they're just little things, but they're all extras. So I suppose a lot of you will know that I use this for the entirety of the GDMBR, and my reasons for going for this was mainly because I don't like those tail packs that sort of sway around, you know, the ones where you stuff everything at the back. It makes everything really difficult to get at. I like the idea of this being a roll top bag, being able to get at everything nice and easy. There's a pocket on the side, a zip I should say, so you can get into the side, which I did use from time to time. But yeah, I like that idea. It's so rigid, it's just rock solid. I love that about it. So it doesn't sway, you don't feel it moving around. I also like the fact that the whole thing can be fitted and removed really, really easily. It's got this ratchet sort of system on the seat post, and then these quick release little peg things. Yeah, so you undo those, and then the whole thing comes off that quickly, which I think is awesome, really. Additionally, you can buy, this has got the through axle adapter, so it doesn't even mount onto the frame. It can carry more weight being on the axle itself, and you can put those on other bikes. So this whole thing will go onto my other bike. So one of the main advantages to being able to take this off is the fact that if I lock the bike up anywhere, when I was on the GDMBR earlier this year, I could take all of my gear with me. I didn't tend to do that much. I used it more when it was raining and I needed to set up. So I'd throw my tent up, I could take this off, take it in the tent, and then I was done. I didn't have to get back out again. Additionally, not only can you take the whole thing off, you can just flick these little levers and then the bags come off themselves. It's that easy. So I did that more. Sometimes as well, I get to my camp set up and need to go and get something else, maybe nip into town or something like that. So I take this off, and then, you know, there's no point carrying extra weight around with you when you're just on an errand run, so to speak. So yeah, as you can see that, you can see all this dirt. It's a disgrace. I should have cleaned it, particularly for a review, but at least you know I've used it. This is American dirt. I haven't cleaned it since I got back, and I've been back for a few months. I put a lot of miles on this. The whole of the GDMBR is, what, 2,900 and something miles, and it's held up really well. It's taken a lot of abuse. I mean, a lot of brambles and things, and I was constantly laying it over on its side, and the bags have held up. They're sort of welded, the seams, as opposed to stitched, so it's 100% waterproof. It was rock solid. I had no problems at all. Nothing broke, everything worked fine. Some would say that they're a little complicated, and that could be a downside, but if it all works, it doesn't matter as far as I'm concerned. The other good thing is I have multiple bikes, 3, and I can put this on all 3 of those bikes, and it takes, without exaggerating, about a minute to take it off and put it on another bike. So it's expensive, and we'll go into that in a bit, but on the basis that you can share it between bikes and you're inclined to do it because it's so easy, I think that helps justify the cost. And when you think about it, because the more bikes you've got, the cheaper it is, which means I need to get another bike. All of the components are available separately for this as well. So you can buy, if it breaks or anything goes wrong, you can just replace, you don't have to replace the whole thing. You can replace the bags, the frames, even these bits, the straps here. Everything is available separately, and I like that. And because of the type of material it is as well, you could repair it yourself quite easily, and I'd be inclined to do that. Tenacious tape, something like that, will stick on there and stay there forever. So field repairs and permanent repairs really are good like that. All in all, I had a good experience with Tailfin. They're based in Bristol, so they're not far from me. I had some issues when I was ordering the through axle. This bike is unusual being a pinion setup. And they really helped me out. I actually ordered the wrong thing. They called me to tell me I'd ordered the wrong thing, told me what I needed and sent it to me. And I'm sure I owe them money, but they never asked for it. So, you know, I did get in touch with them and thank them for what they did. Right, weights. I know you're all interested. The AeroPack itself, just the frame, not the panniers, 968 grams. The 10-litre pannier is 380 grams. And the 5-litre pannier, 310 grams. So not much lighter. I'd go with the 10-litre ones. I bought these, I don't know if I said, to go on this rack, my old man mountain rack. So you could use adapters to put any pannier on here as well. So you don't have to use the Tailfin ones. I mean, I would, and I did, obviously, because they fit on perfectly, but you don't need to. So, you know, you're not locked in, that's what I'm saying. With if you want to put other things and mix and match, you could do that. I haven't got anything bad to say about the setup, but I feel like I should, because otherwise, you know, it looks like I'm a shill of some sort. I suppose it comes down to cost. They're not cheap, and that's a fact. I'll give you an idea, all written here. The AeroPack itself, which is the main body without the panniers, was £320. This takes my breath away. The 10-litre panniers, these ones, £80 each. The light mount even was £20. The through axle, £49. It's expensive. That being said, the fact that you can move this between bikes very easily, I've already touched on that point, helps. Every time I move it between bikes, I justify it in some way. Also, these have had a lot of punishment on the GDMBR. I don't think for bike touring you're going to get much more punishing than that trip. I wasn't particularly careful. I was laying the bike down all the time on its side, directly on the panniers, and nothing's gone wrong. So it's obviously made really well. If you can see past the cost, which I did, I think you'd be very happy that you've invested in these. Okay, so in summary, I love it. I would definitely buy it again if it was stolen or I lost it or it broke. I would definitely buy another one. I could justify it easily because I was doing the GDMBR and I needed good quality stuff. But even then, I struggled with the expense. It is seriously expensive, but it works so well. And I mean, it's a small company. We all know, you know, they have higher costs and all that sort of stuff. I would definitely go for it. I'm happy. I'm glad I bought it. It worked flawlessly, didn't let me down, and that's the main thing. Hopefully that was of use. If you have any questions, please ask them down below. I will get back to you. I love answering questions. This is the first video on my review channel. If you look in the description, you'll see I have a main channel, and that shows all my adventures, things like that. I took this bike on the GDMBR in 2023 and successfully completed that. If there's any of the items, the things you see in those videos that you want me to review, please let me know. Or any questions about those items, I'm happy to answer them. But have a look at my main channel and subscribe, obviously. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you again soon.